What's going on, Wisershifters? Look at this. All this hard work. I'm in the front street of the property. Where the land is. I'm not gonna show you the house, but all this hard work I have done, I have cleared all of this. I'll be inserting some footage how all this area once looked. This old fence gotta come down, and this is the side where my neighbor is. Now you guys seen this from last video. I have cut more tree down because I gotta clear all that. I have to clear all that, and this is the progress. This is the update. Cut some of these trees down, some of the limbs that's coming over where the roof is of the property. But overall, you can see how much I have cut down, and it's growing back fast, really fast. And as you can see from the clearing that I did prior, it's a lot of work, and it took me half a day, but I got it done. This is an old fence line, major highway. All of this cut down. Now, question is, how do I want to lay out my garden? Because I really want to get rid of all this, put my garden around there. I know it's kind of close to the road, but if I do a greenhouse, that should be much better. But y'all, when you get your land, which I got a double blessing because I got a home and some land, so I definitely want to plan this accordingly. Like last video, if you haven't seen last video, I talk about things to consider when you first get your property or your piece of land, and I want to dive into it a little bit more. This area, my neighbor's right over there. This is the closest, this is the only neighbor I have that close. Everybody else kind of like far away. But thing is, when you buy a property in a strange area, not strange area, but on a, on a piece of, piece of land on a certain location, sometimes you gotta plan accordingly to really be successful. Because when you gotta clear raw land, this is how far we are from the property, from the house. So I want to see if you can see this right here. This is where I'm gonna put the fence, and then have an opening, separate everything from the land, because this is a lot to manage. And what I don't want is raccoons, certain animal, to have easy access to the yard and everything. But the thing is, they're gonna come and do what they want to do anyway, because you can't control animals, wild animal at that. But what you can do is add barriers, and this is what this is. I'm going to put up a fence. This is part of what I mentioned last time, which is when you first get your property, you make sure that security is your number one priority, because before you do anything else, it's security. And a lot of people don't understand that, but let me give you a perspective. All right, so I just backed up. This is how much land that I'm sitting on, right? So I am on the small patio. All of this going back another quarter of an acre, so pretty much sitting on where the house is and everything else is what, 0.3 acres, not even half an acre, right? So everything pushed back is an acre and a quarter, right? So if I did the math correctly, for those if I did it wrong, correct me in the comment below. But overall, what I'm looking at, if you can see where this line is, you might be able to make it out, but I pointed out with an arrow. Maybe you can see, and you can see this is where I'm going to put the fence. From there all the way over here is enough land to really, to do what you need to do. Because right over here where my neighbor, where the fence is, where my neighbor is, I am going to put a 15 by 12 storage. So things to do when you get your property after going through the rigorous process of buying it and going through the realtor and doing all your survey and just your regular check of buying a property, whether it's established or raw land. You got to do your due diligence, and you have the time to do all that stuff. So I'm not a real estate agent, so do your due diligence, hire the right person, and buy the land. After you do all that, here's some stuff that you should definitely consider. And I'm gonna reiterate. I'm gonna go through it again and again and again. You probably gonna get tired of me, but I do not want you guys to make some mistakes that I made or what some people have made. Once you get your land, whether it is already developed or raw land, make sure you secure your property. And I'm gonna say that over and over again. And I'm just being honest. Don't make the mistake. Secure your property, right? So after you secure your property, whatever that entail, if it's fencing, you getting cameras put on the property, or whatever you need to do to secure your property, do it. Because this back lot for me, I'm gonna have to do what I can to secure, because I have one neighbor, a main road in front of me this way, and then a major highway that way. I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want you guys to know where I'm located. But everything out from the property all the way back, I have to secure all that. And I'm starting with something easier, which is cameras, and of course fencing. The reason I'm doing this fence so close to the property and dividing the property is because I want to make sure that my daughter can have a space to play and have a good time. But the goal is to get all that secure. God willing, we can do that. But the second thing is storage, because I'm inquiring new tools almost every week, or been here for 6 months from the day of purchase or moving on this property. I have inquired lawnmower, cutting tools, all kind of stuff, because I have multiple projects going on. As you can see over there, it's a mess, but I already cleared a lot of that stuff up front and did all that clearing over here. And I want to stop right here. That's enough, and then I could push on further down the line. A couple of months from now, I'll show you what's back there. But after you do security, you do your storage. Your next thing is to make sure that you look over your plan, revise your plan over and over and over until you figure out what you're going to do structurally. Do not get any structure besides a storage or even a greenhouse. You got to consider where you're going to put it. So placement of where you're going to put things structurally is important. So make sure you do your due diligence and plan and follow that plan and make adjustment as needed. But right now, I secured the property. I have not got my storage, but I am skipping that for now because I have a garage. I have a 2-door garage. So if you have space to store things, you can skip step 2, which is getting storage. I'm on step 3, which is clearing your land. Clear it. As you can see, I'm still in the process. I got to knock down this old fence and put new fencing and put new fences around this way and separate the property. But make sure you clear your land. Trust me. As you can see, what I'm in certain videos, this was not like this. I had to put in the work, rent a skid steer, push a lot of this back. And as you can see, they're already growing back already. So I hate destroying, certain flowers and certain plants, but if I don't know what they are, they gotta go. At least I can identify them. But being in the South, there's so many invasive species of plant. You don't know what you're looking at, and you don't know what's growing on your property. So be careful, be safe. Just take those advice and suggestion. Knowing where you at, you know what you need to do to your property. And this is just an update on what to do once you get your land. Make sure you secure your land, make sure you get your proper storage, and make sure you clear your land and stick to the plan. Do not rush, y'all. Do not rush. When you rush, you will make mistakes. Well, I just wanted to give you guys this update. Thank you for watching. I hope some of the information I share with you guys is helpful. Be a good neighbor and help one another. Remember, you may not have your land right now, but it's coming. Be patient. I had to be patient. So I see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. More content is coming. I am working hard behind the scene at work and also here on the property. So I'm not showing too much, but enough to show you guys the progress and update. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, stay prep. Stay prep. Gotta say it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, stay blessed. All right, y'all be easy.